Hey guys, hope you're having a good early start of the year. Everything's okay? I've just been working on this little app here. So what we've done is that we've added a new page called users, and we actually perform a query of the users. So at the moment I'm kind of focusing everything on Firebase, and if there's demand for maintaining the Netlify version, then leave a comment below, and yeah, just keep smashing that like button as long as you like these videos. So we have this new route here, and we call it users, and we have a cloud function that looks at the database and gets the name of draws them out. So at the moment I've also added a new feature where people can go in there and add a custom display name. And so like if you go in here and you click this, then it'll update it, and also will show the name there. And so anyway, so like this is if there's not a display name set, then there are some people that have registered. It'll just show the user ID, but when you sign up now, it forces you to add a display name. So let me show you the code for this. So we have a cloud function now. We also have up here in a Firebase section. I've actually refactored a little bit. I've also added ESLint and prettier. So in our list users, we've added a new function now called list users, and what that does is that it's an HTTP request that goes to list users, and we have a access allow everything here for cores. Of course we'll fix that for better security later on. What we do is that we've created another little function here, file called users, and that has the information for getting the users from Firebase. So we get the users and we just send a result.json, which will render it back to us. So let me just take you to this users function. So we have one for listing all users, which we don't need right now, but we're just listing some users, and we're just saying we want to list 10 users. So what we do is we have access to the auth function here on the admin section, and we can actually just call this list users thing, and that will give us users with all the names and emails and stuff. And what we do is we parse them out. We just want to get user ID and the display name, and this is what we return back to the client. So in terms of the client, what we've added now, we've added this little API wrapper that uses fetch and methods to get the data from the back end, which is this one here. So if we take this here like this, we'll get all the users out like that, and that actually is proper JSON when it comes back from the server, just like that. So with that data, when we you call it from the on the users page here, we get the get from the API, and then on mount we just call get list users, and that'll go to the API and get back the results. Now at the moment, every time it navigates to this page, it will call that function. We do eventually need to put this into a store so that we don't have to keep calling that each time, but at the moment that's how it works. So we can see here we go back to users and there's a refresh like that. Also we added ESLint, and that's just pretty much bog standard ESLint. Also TypeScript works as well like that with TypeScript linting. And when you're running it, when you want to deploy one function, you can just call it like this. So if you're testing a function, just do Firebase deploy only functions. And if you want to check that the linting is going well, you can do a node watch on functions, and actually that's not linting, that will actually do the TypeScript. So that'll check you have no TypeScript errors. And I do like to use TypeScript with database backend stuff, because there's more things that can go wrong in a sense. But with the client, I'm just using JavaScript, and that's working out fine. So the users, we just render this for each user. We just loop through them, and we just render as user object. And as I've done before, I've kept everything very simple. I've not bothered with styling. So that's pretty much for this video, and shortly we'll be adding, for people that are logged in, will allow you to follow users by clicking like a star next to the username, and we'll probably tidy this up a little bit to actually render like a box around it with something like that. And if you're actually signed in, then there'll be a filter available to filter those users that you're following or not. And that'll pretty much get us to the point where you can just let this application sit out there in a while and see if actually people use it or not. Well, hope you liked this video, and of course any comments leave below, and destroy that like button if you like these videos. Thanks very much. See you later.